Oh, wait.
What?
Countdown.
We can make our own countdown while I find the countdown.
Well, we're live now, so
we're live. So we're going to do something slightly different. I'm not going to hit the countdown today. So yeah, welcome everyone. It's good to be back. We've had a kind of a little break since our last video, which was Andrew from Cultaholic. If you haven't seen it, you must go check it out. It was a fantastic conversation. But since then, quite a lot's happened. We've hit, well, not our first milestone, because every time that we've hit like any number, we've seen that as a milestone because we never expected it. But of course, we've hit 1,000 now, which is nuts. Want to thank everyone absolutely for checking us out. This is the part of the video where I've got a complete surprise, and I've got a couple of video clips. So I am going to put them up as of now.
Kyle, want to say congratulations for Wrestle Dawgs getting 1,000 subs. Bro, this is the first of many. And I will say, I know I haven't known you guys for a super long time. Kyle, you're like the first person that I think I like ever had any conversation with from the Wrestle Dawgs group. But bro, since meeting you guys, since meeting you, it's been like some of the most genuine people I've ever met on YouTube and in life. Like every moment, you know, when I'm hanging out with you guys, when I'm on stream, if we're doing anything else, like, you know, like just watching things, watching events, it is a blast for me. So like, shout outs to you. Congratulations. Again, this is the first of many thousands, because you know what? You are a dog with the wrestle in you.
Number one.
Kyle, great work. Congratulations on 1,000 subscribers on the channel. The work has been outstanding. The videos are great. The live streams are so much fun to watch and to be a part of, and the community is just going to grow, and I can't wait to be part of it and to watch it with yourself. The dogs do have the wrestle in them, and that's the bottom line, because the Wrestle Dawgs said so.
Got two more. Well, yeah, Bertie,
keep
Posh
them coming,
did have
keep
one.
them coming.
Posh did have one, but it's in a different format to what it allows. So eventually we will get his.
No way.
Hey Carl, hi everyone, Wrestle Dawgs, Lee from Gooner Gathering here. Just wanted to congratulate all you guys on reaching 1,000 subscriptions. Incredible achievement. Keep up the great work, guys. You're doing fantastic.
And then we got one more, and then Posh's, I'll yeah, make sure it's on the next one.
Hello, Sam and Kyle of the Wrestle Dawgs, the doggiest dogs in all of wrestling YouTube. It's me, Andrew from Cultaholic, and I just want to congratulate you guys on 1,000 subscribers. That's such an insane number in such a short space of time. Just keep up with what you're doing. It's brilliant stuff, and you guys are super, super lovely too. So if you keep doing what you're doing, it'll be another 1,000, and then another 1,000, and then another 1,000 on top of that, and many, many, many more thousands to come in the future. I am absolutely certain of that. I hope you have a good one. Enjoy your stream. I hope it's super lovely. Thank you again for having me. The other week, had a whale and a ball of a time. Thank you so much for having me. But enjoy yourselves tonight. You deserve all the congratulatory messages, and just enjoy yourselves. Enjoy and revel in your success. All right, guys. Have a good one, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.
All right, so that's all. That's four. But Posh is going to send us in the group chat because it was filmed on his phone, so he couldn't quite. He wouldn't upload StreamYard, so.
No worries. Shall we wait for that, or should I say thank you to everyone now?
No. He's going to just send it in the group chat. I've got it in the comments. He's just going to.
No worries.
After the.
Oh, man. I feel like crying. No.
I did yesterday when I got them all through. Like I was like, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I
It's a
don't
lot.
know what I'll do, so you can see it. I'm gonna just.
I just wanted to say how honoured I am to be a part of Wrestle Dawgs, and how honoured I am to be a part of a channel that has reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Honestly, every single member of that team is an absolute legend, and I cannot wait to see how far Wrestle Dawgs goes in the future. The only way's up for them, and I just can't wait to be a part of the future for Wrestle Dawgs. And yes, I'm extremely honoured and privileged to be a dog that has the wrestle in them. Thank you very much.
It's the thank you very much at the end.
Yeah, now, well, I just want to say thank you to everyone, all of you that sent a video in. And Posh said it himself right there, like, you're all legends, every single one of you. And Sam, for being the host of these streams. Like, he's doing a sick job. And I'm just so grateful for all of you, genuinely. Like, genuinely.
We have one of them watching. Big up, guys. Have a great stream. Posh, greetings, my dogs. I'll send it a group chat. I put thanks. So proud of you guys, and it should have been sent now shortly before I started playing it. So yeah, that was that. Once again, it's pretty mad to sit here and think that that in this short space of time we've got that many people that have subbed to the channel, whether they've joined from watching the streams, whether they've come from watching the videos, whether they've come from watching the stream with Andrew, because I know that got a lot of subs on the channel before that, because I kind of shamelessly plugged it on his Twitch stream the night before. But you've got to do what you've got to do. And so, yeah, it's just nuts. I never imagined for this to happen so quickly. I kind of knew we were on to something, but I didn't obviously know to the heights that we would reach so far. So, yeah, it's just nice to be part of something that obviously people are enjoying seeing content from. So, and yeah, for me and for the others, it's just something that we did before. It's just an extension of that. We get into kind of converse with.
Bad timing. That's very bad timing.
We have reached a moment where Kyle is in complete stillness on my screen, which isn't grand, but the show must go on. Thanks again for everybody that watches. So pleased that we can have people enjoy our content. I'm going to just talk a little bit while we get back. So today, bless him, he's stunned.
I'm not sure what happened.
That's all right.
What happened there?
No idea.
I lagged out myself, like in real life, because of all the lovely messages from everyone.
Yeah. That's kind of what we wanted to first portray. Hopefully in the not too distant future, we'll have a video where we're all on together, and like have a celebration kind of evening. So yeah, hopefully that'll be in the future when we can get everybody together. But in terms of what we came for this evening, we wanted to jump on and just do a little quick one for kind of our predictions for Elimination Chamber that's coming up this weekend. ideally, it would have been nice if we could have live streamed it, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I will be drinking heavily on Friday night in Belgium. So, rest assured, me and Jordan will be up watching it. I am going to bring my fire stick. We are going to sit there, even though we came in at 6 o'clock the night before. We're still going to be up to watch it. And then if we have to nap after, we will. But yeah, we're not missing it. Just wanted to make that clear to everyone. But yeah, here we are. So yeah, we've got a pretty stacked card. I'm just going to bring it up on my phone to make sure I don't miss anything. So obviously we've got the men's and the women's elimination chamber match. The men's being for Seth's title.
I think so, yeah.
And the women's being for...
No, not for Seth's title, for the number one contender, sorry.
I'll bring it up anyway. Yeah. So winner faces... Oh, no. So the winner does face Seth Rollins at Mania. And then the women's, I'm not sure. I will double check that one.
Faces Rhea, is it? Oh, no, it can't be because she's facing Nia.
But yeah, there's 4 matches. There's the 2 Elimination Chamber matches. Judgment Day with Finn Balor and Damian Priest. And then Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate going for the tag team title match. I think that'd be really good. And then you've got the Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax. So that's the other title, other match, which is for a title. So I'm just going to double check what. So while I find that out,
Posh just put in the chat. He just said both matches are number one contenders matches for Mania.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought it was. And it does make sense because either way, like, say if Nia did magically beat Rhea at Elimination Chamber, which is probably not going to happen, but say if she did, she could still, like, whoever wins the chamber can still face her for the championship. It doesn't matter if Rhea wins or not, so.
So while I just find that out, give me a winner / prediction / anything that might happen between Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley, and then the tag team title match. Well, I think they're both kind of obvious, but what do you think?
I'm going to say retain. That's all I got to say. What else can I say?
I would say that.
It's going to have to be right.
Yeah, I would say that. I don't know. I could potentially see them changing the tag title. That's the one that they're more likely to change. They do. But again, I don't think it's very likely. I'd really like to see the tag title change because I've always been a massive fan of Pete Dunne and I've completely forgot now.
Tyler Bate.
Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, because obviously they're both English wrestlers and they're both very good at what they do. And they haven't really been given the recognition I think they deserve because they're both unbelievably talented wrestlers. So yeah, I would partly agree, but I think that's what will happen. But I would really like to see the tag titles change. I am just going to. So, Posh, does that mean that the women's side of things will go to for Rhea Ripley's title and not any of the other titles? Oh, yeah, it will do because the other
Bailey
title
chose.
is Bailey Io Sky. So yeah, it will be. So in terms of now, I think we've got 2 really interesting matches, and I think you could. So I'm going to start with the women's one, and I think we've got here quite a few people for me that could win. So there's a certain number of people that I wouldn't want to win due to what I would like to see at Mania. So the people that we've got in there, Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, Raquel Rodriguez, Bianca Belair, and Becky Lynch. So I've always really liked Liv Morgan as a wrestler. I think she's great on the mic. I think she's a fantastic wrestler. And again, one of those people that I don't think has ever been really given that solid push. So I would really like her to win. I don't foresee her winning, unfortunately. But I would like to see that. So that would be my number one. I wouldn't want Bianca Belair to win it because I would like to see her and Jade Cargill stood kind of a stare down at the Royal Rumble. And as I saw that picture, I thought, yeah, that would be a really great match to see. And that would be one that I think people would genuinely be excited for. They quite like to like wrestlers. So I would hope that's not the case. Tiffany Stratton, I don't see her winning. I think it's a great advertisement for her coming up from NXT and being in the chamber match straight away. I just hope they give her a good show of things. That leaves you with three. So it leaves you with Naomi, Raquel Rodriguez, and Becky Lynch. So I kind of now think out of those three, because they're realistically, I think, the three winners for me, potentially. Who would I like? So I'm thinking of it logically. Who would I like to see wrestle Rhea? Who would put up a good fight against Rhea? I think there's certainly an element of Becky Lynch that I would like to see against Rhea. The same with Naomi, to be fair, but Naomi strikes me as somebody that wouldn't be a like for like to Rhea. Yes, it would still be a good match. And Raquel Rodriguez also strikes me as someone that's very kind of Rhea's type of wrestler as well, like quite a tough wrestler, quite a hard-hitting wrestler, much like Becky Lynch. So my toss-up is between Becky Lynch and Raquel Rodriguez. I would like it to be Raquel Rodriguez because I think Becky Lynch has had so many pushes. So I would like it to be Raquel Rodriguez, but I think it could be Becky Lynch.
That's who I've got.
Just logically, because I think Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are completely different. Liv Morgan, again, is a little bit like Raquel Rodriguez and Becky Lynch, hard-hitting, aggressive wrestler. So, again, that could be a really good one. But I think it might be Becky Lynch, to be honest. Because realistically, before that, I saw a match between her and Nia Jax at Mania. But that kind of rivalry was started quick and ended very quickly as well. So I think that ship sailed. Posh is the same. Becky will probably win the chamber. They've been building her and Rhea up for weeks now.
Yeah, if you remember at the WrestleMania presser, she came out and interrupted Rhea and all that shit happened.
Yeah, I didn't watch that presser. But I did read what went on and stuff. So yeah, I think that's probably right. I perceive both matches being really fun to watch, though. I think chambers always are really fun matches. Just because, your chamber match really wasn't. But yeah, I think because it's the unpredictability of it, I think that's what makes an Elimination Chamber match. It's one of those ones that certainly is one of my favourites. Always been one of my favorites because it's just completely different to anything else. Like, it's not even like a Hell in a Cell and a steel cage match. They're sort of the same thing, just different rules. But you've got the same structure. Whereas Elimination Chamber is just something like a different beast of its own, and it's just very separate.
It's crazy as well. Triple H came up with the idea of it. How crazy is that?
It's nuts. It's very much like War Games and Elimination Chamber are very much kind of the two separate, like they're completely different, but they have the same sort of level of excitement, I think, now. Because War Games is relatively new for main roster anyway. It's been a thing for NXT before, of course. But yeah, I think this is like this is the pay-per-view before Mania, isn't it?
Yeah. No. Is it?
I'll have a
Yeah,
look.
I think it is. Pretty
I
sure.
thought it was. I'm pretty sure every year that that Elimination Chamber falls as the one before.
Yeah, because isn't Mania usually like end of March, start of April?
Start of April, yeah. Yeah, it is. So you've got an NXT pay-per-view in the middle of that, but Elimination Chamber is the last pay-per-view before Mania. Might be an interesting video as well to do when they announce who's in the Hall of Fame this year. We can get obviously Posh and Leon, because they'll obviously, if it's wrestlers of the past, and Devon as well, they'll kind of know maybe a bit more than I do. But when it's Hall of Fame, it tends to be like well known.
Oh, you all know one of my shouts.
I saw some the other day. I would really like Umaga to get a place in the Hall of Fame at some stage, because I think he was a modern sort of revolutionary in the fact that he was somebody that wasn't massive in size. Like, it wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't.
Like he could have had, like, just seeing what he'd done from that short time he had, really. Like, if he was here for long, like if he was still here, he could possibly still be doing stuff now, like with
massively.
Do you know what I mean? Like, involved with, imagine him and Solo Sikoa.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
he was around the same time as like Great Khali. He wasn't the Great Khali in terms of tallness, in terms of tallness, but I think at the time people were as frightened of him as they were of Great Khali, to be fair. I think they were like for like.
Yeah.
In terms of,
I remember being frightened of him. I remember watching him like go against Bobby Lashley and being like, what, how are these two people real? Like,
I remember having a dream once when I was much younger, and I was in like a Royal Rumble match, right? And I was stood there on my own. I must have been number one, or I'd eliminated everybody else. And then out came the Great Khali. I was shivering in my nightmares at this point. And then Great Khali started beating me up. The buzzer went again, and then out came Marga. So I was frightened to death. I woke up in a hot sweat. It was terrible. I just thought, God, if that was happening, like, I couldn't think
when
of
he's setting up for the Samoan Spike, when he's he's screaming. I'd just gone.
I'd be off. I would do a what happened this year, and just eliminate myself. I would literally just get over the top rope and jump off the ring, because that would not be worth it. Which takes us on to when I can get StreamYard in the right place, to the men's chamber match. So we have Kevin Owens, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, and Logan Paul. So I'm going to let you go this time first, because I went to the women's first. So give me what your thoughts are around it, and then your eventual winner.
Well, I think for me, someone who, like, obviously doesn't know what, hasn't seen a lot of the new stuff, the names in there don't really appeal to me. But that's obviously because I haven't watched a lot and I've missed a lot to do with them. But other than that, I'm excited to see what it can bring, because I'll always go into it with an open mind. And I think it has potential to be good. Logan Paul, again, exciting in the ring, like celebrity. That's exciting in the ring.
Yeah, that could set up if that was the case, that could set up like a title versus title match with Seth and Logan, and the winner taking both. I
definitely couldn't see that happening though. But what I do see happening, or do you want what I'd like to see happen, or what I do think will happen first?
Both.
Which one? Both.
Both.
Well,
yeah,
what I'd like to see happen would be LA Knight, winning. I'd love to see that. But what I can see happening is Drew winning, because he just seems like the one more involved in the storyline with Seth, and with Punk not being available, it just makes the most sense, right? Like, especially with Punk out. So yeah, but I'd love to see LA Knight get the victory. I'd love that.
So that's your one. So what do you think? And so your one is LA Knight, and your think will happen is Drew.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't stray too much from that. I think Kevin Owens and Logan Paul are counted out because I think they'll reignite that again for Mania. I think if I was to put a stipulation on that, I think it would be special guest referee, and I can see Stone Cold being in the middle. If I'm honest, I think that would be cool. Although I'm sure they did that last Mania or Mania before, so they might not. But that's just a wild prediction. LA Knight's got a chance, I think, because I think LA Knight against Seth would be a great match to watch. Bobby Lashley, I don't think. I think that's just more of a. I think that's more of just have a powerhouse in the kind of, he might slam somebody through a chamber or something like that. I think he's more just to add something different to the match, to be honest. Randy Orton, again, that would be great. I think a Randy Orton and Seth would be a fantastic match. I would like, that would be my want, actually. That would be what I'd want, because I think that would be great. I'm a bit bored of this Drew McIntyre, and because he doesn't really have, the storyline doesn't really have a meaning at the moment. He's just kind of beating.
He just wants a title.
Yeah,
he just wants that title. That's it.
Beating up everybody in his path to get a title. So it's just kind of for me, it's kind of just let's put him in the picture and let's just have him do something. So let's go and beat up everyone and say I'm hard done to and stuff like that. So I think he probably will win, but I don't want it. I would rather Randy Orton or LA Knight win it. But I wouldn't be too surprised if it was Drew McIntyre, to be honest. Honestly, I foresee the women's chamber match being actually better than the men's, because I just think there's so much talent in that women's chamber match. In the men's, yes, there is still talent, but I've counted out 3 people straight away. Whereas with the women's one, each person's got a shout pretty much. Like, there's not a clear, well, there is a clear run favourite for us, but there is more chance of the other people winning as well. Like in the men's one, I think it's very set on to be one of 3 people, or one of 2 maybe, if you're being really realistic. So much like that, I think it must be. I think it might be much like how we found the Royal Rumble. We preferred the women's one when we were watching it to the men's one, and I think that might be the same. Like I always tend to do that, to be fair. Enjoy the women's ones because the men's ones are very kind of polluted and storyline heavy, and you know how they're going to go. Whereas women's, they do kind of give you a little bit of a shock sometimes. So yeah, that's pretty much all we've got, really. Not really much else has gone on. Just a quick mention, TNA have a pay-per-view as well this weekend. So there's some really interesting matches in that, actually. A couple of different stipulations. I'm just trying to bring up. So I'm just going to quickly run through the. So it's No Surrender this weekend for TNA. There's a couple of different match stipulations, which is why I was interested in it. TNA No Surrender. Obviously, there's still not really any kind of news on what's happening to the ownership of TNA. It's still kind of very much up in the air. So we have tag champs match, No Surrender rules, TNA World Championship match, X Division Championship, Knockout World Championship. You basically just got a stacked card of the best that TNA can put together. So that's on Friday night. So obviously this weekend's filled up with lots of wrestling. It'll be a really good watch. So yeah, that's us really. Obviously we'll be back at some stage next week to kind of speak through what's happened in the Elimination Chamber, and what that kind of will have then a fuller picture of what the card looks like at Mania, because then we'll have obviously the 2 title matches that have already been announced. We'll have the 2 title matches for the winners of the Chamber. The Raw after might give us some more answers as well. So yeah, watch out for the stream as of next week. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good rest of the week, good weekend. As I always do at this point of the video, what's in the pipeline? Can you give us any details of what's coming up? I know the Rock video's just come out, hasn't it? As of a couple of days ago.
Yeah, 2 days. Yeah, 2 days ago-ish, or a day and a half. But there is hopefully going to be an Elimination Chamber video out before Elimination Chamber, possibly after, but we'll get that done. And I do have a few more in the works, but obviously going to keep them under wraps for now. And just to say before we go, thank you to everyone who subscribed and helped us hit 1,000. And if you want to become a dog yourself and get some sick merch, discounted merch, become part of our private community, then check the links in the description, become a dog yourself. And yeah, Sam.
Well, that's it really. I've clocked off from work today, not back till next Wednesday. We'll be going to London tomorrow and going to Rampage and going mad with 35,000 people. So I cannot wait for it. The production's next level. And then, yeah, I've got a nuts couple of months. So, yeah, hope everyone enjoys the Elimination Chamber. Just quickly,
shout out to B.
Merch last week. I will have some on the way very soon. And also, even though we've seen Seven Drew a lot, I still think Drew will probably win. So yeah, that's all, folks. See you on the next one.